But these particular Muslims didn't call themselves white. They looked upon themselves as human beings, as part of the human family, and therefore they looked upon all other segments of the human family as part of that same family. So I said that if...
Today, we don't remember a myth, we remember a man, a Muslim man, a black man, an American man, a man who was unafraid to speak the truth, even when it isolated him, a man who was willing to start over, not once, but again and again, each time closer to the truth. That man is Malcolm X, Hajj Malik al-Shabazz. Malcolm X's journey began in the most difficult of circumstances. He was a bright young man, but his father was murdered by the KKK, his mother imprisoned in an insane asylum, and he spent his youth in a life of crime until he went to prison and began to change. He turned isolation into education. He turned caged silence into powerful speech. He emerged a voice of fire and fury, Malcolm X, known as the Minister of the Nation of Islam. He spoke with discipline. He spoke with force. He spoke with a clarity that pierced the American conscience. He told a nation drunk on denial what it refused to hear, that racism against African Americans was not just a glitch in the system, it was at that time the system. But Malcolm X's greatness wasn't in his oratory or his certainty. It was in his growth. It was his willingness to change. When the truth called, he answered, even when it meant losing everything. In Mecca, Malcolm saw Islam not as a tool for separation or racial supremacism, but as a path to unity, unity under the oneness of God. He saw white men and black men and Asian men praying side by side. He saw that brotherhood was not a theory or an impossibility, it was real, it could happen, and it transcended race. He returned to America not weakened, but wider, not silenced, but sharpened. He spoke not just as a black man, but as a global defender of human rights. He stood for oppressed people everywhere, Palestine, Africa, Harlem. He truly was a Muslim. Malcolm X never claimed to be perfect, but he was honest. When he saw what he believed to be the truth, he embraced it and he spoke up for it, even if it risked his reputation, his safety, his very life. And he didn't wait for the world to accept his evolution. He embraced the truth immediately. And in the end, it cost him his life. But we as Muslims believe that he now has the greatest of lives, the greater life, in nearness to his Lord. Malcolm X died as a truth teller. Malcolm X died as a black man proud to be a black man. And he died as a Muslim, fearing no one except God, Allah. On this Malcolm X Day, we honor the man who taught us that courage is not just speaking out, it's changing when the truth demands it, learning even when it's hard, even when every obstacle is put in your way, and building a world where freedom and justice are not just slogans, but they are ideals that we must all fight for.